This is Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How you all doing? I am good. Repping my Chicago Bears. I finally got to say this. We finally won. 14 games that we have lost in a row, and we found ourselves a win. Well, I'll be. Before I get started, hit that like button now, you all. Don't be shy. Please subscribe. This will get my videos circulating and get the word out to other people. This channel is about light and love. I love to help people like change their life, change their finances, buy a home, live their dreams, go back to school, do their business plan, find love, all those good things. So subscribe, share, and like. Thank you. We got to stop the victim mentality. That's what I'm talking about today. How to stop the victim mentality. I got to lean on Google a little bit. I just want to read brief information. What is a victim mindset? Victim mentality or mindset is a learned behavior in individuals who believe they have no control over their life because they think nothing they do will matter. They tend to think bad things are always bound to happen to them, and others are usually to blame. Victim mentality, victim mindset. And what is the root cause of that? At its core, it is trauma. It is distress and pain most of the time. When you experience a traumatic situation, typically at the hands of other people, you may learn that you are helpless and that nothing you do in the future is going to make any difference. But it's lies. It is lies they tell. And when we think something bad is going to happen, it will. And when we think something good is going to happen, it will. So you don't want to be a victim. Victims, they feel like, why me? Woe is me. And it's like, I've done my best, but I never get what I put out. That's the type of thinking. Or why do I bother to date? Or why do I bother to try to love? It's never going to work out for me. I work for these people. They never appreciate me. I never get the salary I deserve. I could just go on and on. They can talk about their body. I have gained all this weight. Nobody's going to want me. I'm older now. It's going to be hard for me to get married. Although my friend who's 58 just got married 2-3 weeks ago. Although Pastor Tony Evans, you probably know him, he's engaged at 74. So the problem with victim thinking is it's not factual. So this is one thing you can ask yourself if you have that victim type mindset. Is there any truth to this? Am I just making up this stuff with no truth? So when you say like, I'm never going to get married, where is the truth? Where's the facts to back it up? When you say I am very overweight, nobody's going to ever want to be with me, don't you know that men and women love people of all sizes? Some men, they don't want a thin woman. Some ladies don't want a thin man. So there is somebody for everybody. My company will never give me the money that I deserve. Did you even ask? Did you even ask? Sometimes it's as simple as a conversation. Sometimes it means really investigating and applying for a new position in a new group. Sometimes it may mean getting a certificate or training to increase your chances of earning more money. The best raises you get is when you leave a company. And don't ask for $75,000. Say I want $85,000 through $105,000. I swear by those ranges, it works, and I always get more money. So don't be a victim saying all these things without trying to do the work. Don't be a victim making these statements without any proof. And that's how you can do this. When you make those negative statements, those negative connotations about yourself, test yourself and be like, wait a minute, hold up. Is there any truth to this? Where is the facts to back up what I'm saying? Because if you've had a bad relationship, doesn't mean the next one is going to be bad. Because your last manager was not kind, doesn't mean your new job with your new manager is going to be the same way. You don't have to think that way. And I do agree with what I just read. It's trauma. And once you have a traumatic experience, the mind wants to keep you there and make you think you're going to have more and more of the same. But there is absolutely no truth to it. And you really have to work on your, again, mind, body, and soul. And the way to do that is not to keep digesting and ingesting negative social media, negative news, negative music, talking to toxic people. And when you do that, it's going to jump into your head. Those 60 to 80,000 thoughts that you have per day are going to be negative, and they are on automatic, and you're not stopping them. But if you saturate your mind with some Tony Evans sermons, saturate your mind with some Wayne Dyer, saturate your mind with some positive words, you get an Audible book that's positive, you do some yoga, you do some meditation, you journal, you do some affirmations, journal positive stuff. Don't sit in there that notebook and write, my day sucked, I'm never gonna get married, I knew it was gonna go like this, when it rains it pours. Something I heard recently, sometimes you start off your day, you get a flat tire, oh God, I knew my day was gonna suck. Well, because you got a flat tire, if you get the flat tire fixed and you make it to work, or you go on to have a good day, is that true what you're saying? Oh, the traffic's bad, it's not gonna be my day. Is that true? It's like one thing goes wrong and you just take it all the way down to the end of the day. You got to think about what you're saying, power of the tongue. So I do want to give you some tips on how you can change that victim thinking, the victim mindset. Recognize the martyrdom in you, in yourself. Don't be a martyr. Don't be, woe is me. I'm always saving my family. Oh, nobody helps me. It's not cute. It don't look good. Boundaries. Sometimes we need to stop. If you see you're giving your all and somebody's giving you their butt to kiss, stop. We're not a victim. See, that's that victim thinking. I gotta do this. This is my family. You don't have to do anything but live and die and pay taxes. You don't even have to pay your taxes if you don't want to. You may be in an orange jumpsuit, but I'm just saying. Number 2, who hurt you? Was it an ex? Was it mom or dad? Was it a relative that did something traumatic to you? And I know. These are not easy things to do. And we hold on to hatred. We hold on to wanting the worst for somebody because they did something to us. But guess what? Who it really hurts? Me. Because when you take that energy and be like, oh, I hope something bad happens to them. Oh, I can't stand them. Like, think about what I'm doing. I'm tensing up. And it's all negative. And so you're not hurting them. You're hurting you because you're not forgiving them. And when we're tense, the type of cells, the things we do to our cells, the things we do to our bloodstream, the things we do to our blood pressure, stress is not good. That type of stressing. And your body knows it and feels it. The body is very smart. Have you done something that you can't seem to forgive yourself over? Maybe you mistreated somebody. Maybe you wasn't the best parent. Maybe you messed up some money and had to file bankruptcy. Maybe you stayed at a job, a long time. You're like, man, I knew I should have left, and you're beating yourself up. Maybe you stayed in a bad relationship too long. Maybe you haven't taken care of your health. You've been drinking too much. Maybe you've been smoking. Maybe you've done some drugs. Maybe you gambled. Whatever your thing is, get the support you need, but also forgive yourself. There's nothing worse than somebody that does something wrong, but they can't forgive themselves. They just beat themselves up over and over, holding on to that badge of honor that they messed up. And I ain't gonna be, and I ain't gonna never make it over this. So I just really messed up. Okay, who are you helping by having that type of victim mentality? You're really making matters worse. All of us are flawed. All of us fall short. All of us make mistakes. Life's biggest lessons comes through our errors, a trial and error mistake. You try to start a business, it fails. Lesson learned. Now I know how to run a business. Now I know what not to do. But forgive yourself and get back on that horse and you ride again. Tip number 3, meditation. I don't know what I would do without it. I don't know what I would do without meditation. The last 2 weeks have been so stressful. Drove all the way up to Wisconsin with my job, helped to run a retreat, lifting heavy tables, chairs, helping to run the retreat, cleaning up, taping stuff up. It was a lot of work, and I'm tired. I'm really tired. Jumped back home by Wednesday night. Back, on the road Friday on the airplane to Nashville for my cousin's wedding. Had a ball. Had an absolute ball. But silly me, didn't take off Monday because I'm trying to save my days for something else. And I'm just dog tired. And it's a Thursday and I'm still feeling that weak. But I did meditate and it did help me. And I did say some prayers and it did help me. Meditation and prayer can help you with your victim mindset. God, please help me. I don't want to be like this. I forgive whoever did that to me. I forgive myself. I am not a victim. I am a victor. I am your daughter. I am your son. That would do wonders for you. It really would. It really, really would. And if you're really feeling down and out, Psalms 91, the whole chapter, is just amazing, as well as Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Read it over and over every day, and those books can really help you. Manage your mood. I haven't been in the best mood. And sometimes when I get like that, I just go silent. Put my phone on airplane mode. Or I stayed in my classroom a little bit more than I normally would. Because I knew I was really worn thin and I was really tired and agitated. I don't want to be going off on nobody. That's not my style. So if I know my mood is a little wonky, I'd just rather be quiet and work on myself. Manage your mood. Don't let that victim mindset keep popping out your mouth. How you doing? Oh, I could be better, but I'm not. Oh, and today is going to be another crappy day. People run from that. Find your victor's mantra. Mine, I have two. Where there is a will, there is a way. And I always say that because if I have a problem, I'll be like, no. If I have a problem, I'm going to go under that problem. If I have a problem, I'm going over it. If I have a problem, I'm going around it. If I can't do anything I just named, I'll go straight through that sucker. Because every problem you go through, somebody else had it, somebody else beat it. There is a solution. Victor's mantra. What is your victor's mantra? My second one is, where there's a will, there's a way. And, oh, God dog it. I'm so tired. I can't even remember my second one. Where there is a will, there's a way. And more than one way to skin a cat. That's my second one. More than one way to skin a cat. Because if I can't do it this way, I'm going to turn around and flip it over and do it another way. There's always a way out. Always a way out. And life will not deny itself to a man or a woman who gives it his or her all. You don't pass the test, you take it again. If your business fails, start a new one. If you get a divorce, get back out there and date again. If you gain weight, exercise. If your mind is scrambled, get therapy. If your mind is scrambled, meditate. If your mind is scrambled, journal. If your mind is scrambled, yoga. You got to do something. You got to do something. And if you don't want to do anything, just accept it. Accept this is where I'm at for now. I won't be here forever. For right now, I don't have the energy to help myself. But I'm going to get through this some way, somehow. Your words. What is your victor's mantra? What words can you tell yourself? Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to say it in a minute. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'll say, all is well. I'll be like, all is well, though. And this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I remember my ex-husband took me by a collared shirt, threw me outside on the patio over 20 plus years ago. I was barefoot. Slammed my foot to the concrete and broke my toe. Yeah, he did. And I had to go get my hair done by this guy. Very sharp hairstylist. He knew how to do hair. He knows how to do hair very well and color. And so he see my foot in this shoe. And he's like, hey, what happened to your foot? Tears just falling down. And I told him the truth. I said, my husband did this. And he was like, what? And he pat me on the shoulder. He said, you are my nicest, kindest client. I was 20-something years old, like maybe 27. And he was like, nobody should ever do this to anybody. He said, you are the kindest person. He said, This too shall pass. And I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm stuck with this marriage forever. I couldn't figure out how to get out. And look at me all these years later, happy, a social worker. I'm helping people. I live a good life. I have great friends, great family. I'm happy and free. This too did pass, and I'm still here. So you got to find that victor's mantra. What is yours going to be? That will help you. Last but not least, you got to take action. If you hear yourself saying these words over and over, I'm never going to make it. I knew that was going to happen. Ooh, today is a bad day. This always happens to me. Well, why would I think it'll be any different? If you're saying that stuff, my company never pays me the money that I deserve. I'm never going to get out of debt. I'm too fat. I'm so dumb. Why did I think that? Nobody wants me. I'm too old. Whatever negative self-talk you're saying, you gotta get support. And again, I'm gonna push therapy over and over. www.psychologytoday.com. If you don't want to do therapy, Amazon.com. Get yourself a trauma workbook. Get yourself a self-love workbook. Gender don't matter because they have it for men and women and teens. Get yourself workbooks and work through those workbooks. Do some yoga. Join a run club. Join some type of club. Meditate. It's all over YouTube. They have meditations from 5 minutes and then all the way to hours. You can meditate for 8 hours. Like while you sleep, let it play. It's no excuse. And this stuff is free. It's so much you could do. Journaling. I believe in journaling. Many of my dreams came true because I wrote them down. And I write them down over and over. It might be the same thing. I'm going to start my own therapy practice. I've been writing that down for years. Almost there, you all. I'm going to become a social worker. Bam, licensed social worker. These are things I wrote down, and they came true. You got to believe, though. Take action. You got to have faith. Holding on to that victim mentality, it's got a chokehold on your life. You are not winning by holding on to being a victim. Justin Fields, Bears quarterback, love that kid. You know, I'm not the one that's going to beat up on the quarterback. Quarterback suck, he suck. But when you don't have an O-line and coaching is wonky, I can't blame that kid. They asked him today, how did you maintain your composure after losing 14 games straight? Chicago's a rough city. They're going to tell you the shreds. And you heard they were asking him, I know you heard all this backlash. How did you remain calm, keep your composure? I already knew before he said it. I said he's going to say his faith because he's that type of kid. I call him a kid. I'm in my 50s. He's 20-something, but he's a young man. And he said it. He said, I have a good support system. The locker room, the team rallied behind me. He said, but God. But God. He said, I have faith. And as long as I stay attached to my faith, I can overcome anything. Hello, world. Anybody home? Anybody get a phone call? Because that was a word right there. And, of course, they skim right past that. I know they don't want to get on to religion and all that, but I caught it. I knew what he was going to say before, he said it because I've watched his character. And that's a testament to all of us. Even when life beats you up, even when you lose 14 games in a row, even when it seems like you can't get your footing, you fix one problem, here come 3. And it does happen sometimes. You try to get out of a hole, and it's like 2 more things come. And it's like Murphy's Law. It's show out to get you. It feels like that. But when you change how you think, today is going to be a good day. You know what? All is well. One thing that works for me, I start counting my blessings. Oh, I got so much food in that refrigerator. Oh, man, look at all this stuff in my cabinet. My cabinet's busted with food and stuff. I look in my closet. I got a bag right now in there to give away. And I start thinking about all these things I have. And look at this. 10 fingers, 10 toes. I can walk to my parking lot, to a very nice truck. I'm in a nice home. It's my home. I pay for this. I have 2 jobs. I have clients that trust me with their private information, that's crazy. It's that they would choose me, a girl from the West Side. I have family that loves me. My great nephews just love me. My nieces love me. My nephew love me. My friends rally around me. I have to have some medical stuff done, nothing major. And I got people getting in line to help me. That's a blessing, man. When you're not grateful, you miss out on life. You gotta be grateful. And let me tell you another secret. You gotta take a risk. Step outside that box and do something different. And sometimes for me, this is when my life becomes like insane. When I just say, I just hit it. Like if I know I want to do something, I've been stalling, then I just sign up for a class. I sign up and go and do this. Or I just take initiative and do it. Be like, forget that. I can afford this. Boom. That's when like my life just radiates. It becomes magic because I'm taking a risk. Don't play it safe. That's another thing people do. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna stay at this job. I'm gonna not travel. I'm gonna play it safe. I can't afford that. I can't do this. I can't do that. But when you step outside the box, that's when the magic happens. Because when you step out the box, you're gonna connect with something brand new. That connection is going to open up doors for you. You're never safe. You could play it safe, stay at a job 20 years, they lay you off. You could play it safe and stay in a bad marriage and you stay miserable for 20 years. Then when you get out, you're like, oh my God, I should have been gone. They might turn around and file for divorce on you. You know how people are. You're never safe. So you might as well take that risk and at least you won't have that shoulda, woulda, couldas. I have talked enough. I hope you liked something I said. I really do these videos to help you all. I was a victim before. That's why I can speak on that so well. And I turned my life around with the book, The Power of Positive Thinking. I read it every day, parts of it. Prayer That Avail Much by Jermaine Copeland, a book full of prayers. I did those prayers and I kept matching them two things up daily. And magic happened. This was in 2006, 2007. And I haven't looked back since. I've lost my mom since then. I've been ill a couple of times. I've been disappointed, but I'm never out. I'm never out because I know where there's a will, there's a way, and there's more than one way to skin a cat. And all is well. And the pat on the shoulder that I got years ago, this too shall pass. Tammy Sharice Walker, God bless you all. Drop me some comments. I hope I help somebody. Please listen to this whole video and listen to it over and over because it can help you transform, change your life. No more victim mindset. Now this V is for Victor. Get your Victor mantra too. What words are you going to tell yourself when the rubber meets the road? Because it's going to happen, but you can get out of it because all is well. Bye.